Hey, my name is Chris, and this is my first vlog, I guess. I bought a Sony A6400, and I'm using the Rode Video Micro mic. I want to do a little bit of a 4K video test. I'm going to downsample this to 1080p for uploading to YouTube. But yeah, I want to sort of shoot some test footage today and go on a walk, talk with you guys, and maybe go over my thought process as to why I chose the A6400. I was actually really agonizing about what camera to get. I was deciding between this camera and the the Canon M50, which is much better priced at like around $500-600. I was really agonizing over the decision to buy that versus this camera. The Canon camera really appealed to me because it was so much cheaper, and I've heard great things about Canon as a DSLR company, and they really do have like a magical kind of color science. Really, really gorgeous color science. Just something there that you don't get with a lot of other cameras. But the Sony camera was so gorgeous. It's so pretty. And what I like about the A6400 is that it is really compact. Like, it is shockingly small. I am really blown away by how tiny this camera is, even with the kit lens. Even with the kit lens. I really do think that mirrorless cameras are where it's at. So I spent like a week deliberating between these two cameras. And eventually my sister's friend, who's really into videography, reached out to me and gave me some very helpful advice. That's going to be a very good test right there of the quality of the mic. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, he gave me some perspective on why he prefers the Sony cameras. And he had switched from being a Canon guy to a Sony guy. One thing I've learned is that people are super opinionated about cameras. It's like any sort of hobby that I get into, there are people who have extremely biased perspectives, but you know, he was able to justify his perspective fairly well, I think. He actually recommended that, you know, if I was on a budget, I should get the Sony A6300, which is, if I can get it used, pretty close to the 6400 with very minimal trade-off. And for a while, the M50 was completely discounted. I removed it from consideration, if you will. So I'd spent like 2 or 3 days agonizing about whether or not I was going to get the A6300 or the A6400. You know, they're super similar cameras. One is, you know, a bit cheaper than the other. They're pretty, like, in terms of audio quality and in terms of video quality, it wasn't like I was going to get a huge downgrade if I got the older camera. But in the end, I sprung for this camera. And the reason why is because, you know, I thought it was pretty reasonably priced. You know, about $1,000 for a semi-professional DSLR mirrorless camera. And the way I saw it is that, like, if I'm going to do videography, I'm probably going to end up upgrading. You know, if I got the A6300, I was probably going to upgrade anyway. I'd probably hold on to that camera for like a year and then decide to sell it and buy the A6400. And just that whole process of like selling your camera and getting a new one is something that I don't enjoy. I don't like that experience. So I didn't want to deal with the logistics of that, the hassle of that. I just wanted to get a camera that worked. Pausing my monologue here because of that truck. You know what? Let me flip this around. Let me show you some of what I'm looking at. Yeah, so recording this in 4K, you know, I've yet to really record a video in 4K and like process it and color grade it and edit it. You know, I think that's, you know, I really like 4K, but I don't know if that's going to be an enjoyable process. All right. Walk some more. There's some construction happening over there. Or I guess they're replacing like a power line. All right, let's keep walking. Keep walking and talking. I'm gonna cut through here. So I live in a very suburban part of Long Island. Really sunny day, really gorgeous. Again, I'm a complete neophyte when it comes to cameras. I don't know what I'm doing. when it comes to lighting and ISO settings and all that stuff. It's something I'm hoping to sort of pick up. So I'm just going to walk a little bit more. I'm very self-conscious about talking while there are other people around. I'm still not used to that. I don't think I'll ever get used to that. So if I get suddenly quiet, it's because there are people around me and I just feel weird doing that. But yeah, we're just going to keep walking, show you my neighborhood, this tiny, tidy corner of Long Island. So yeah, another sort of purpose of this video test is to get a gauge of how much I can record in 4K and how long of a battery I have.